Good day, awesome YouTubers. It is Lollyman16 here again for another Dragon Ball Super review. This one is episode 64, Agame yo Tatayo Katai Zamas Bakudan, which translates into Revere Him, Praise Him, Fusion or Merged, whatever you want to call it, Zamasu's Explosive Birth. And first of all, before I want to begin here, we have done it, guys. This marks the 64th episode of Dragon Ball Super, which means we have actually tied up. We're finally tied up for episodes in terms of GT. And what I mean by this is GT had 64 episodes, and now we are in 64 episodes into Dragon Ball Super. I will make a video talking about my final kind of versus battle between which series is better, GT or Dragon Ball Super, when this arc ends, and I will talk about this whole thing later on. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today I'm here to talk about episode 64, which just aired. This is a pretty intense episode. We begin with Vegeta going all out on Zamasu after proclaiming he is the Saiyajin no Oji, or the Prince of All Saiyans, and he goes all out on Zamasu, kicking him through various buildings. Actually, it's not Zamasu, it's Goku Black. And meanwhile, Goku's fighting Zamasu, and eventually Vegeta and Goku Black they head for the sky. And this is very interesting. Goku Black, what he does here is he uses his energy, his Keyblade thing. And what he does, it's very interesting. He stabs himself in the hand, and he pulls out I don't know. It's like this weird thing where it's almost like he's feeding that blade more ki, more energy, you know. And anyway, so he pulls it out, and he creates this huge scythe. But Vegeta's not impressed. A couple of dialogue that happens here. Black finds the idea of using anger to get stronger. He doesn't like that at all, and he's going to show. He says he's going to show Vegeta how powerless he really is against the gods. Of course, it's the usual thing where they're talking down on mortals, Ningen, you know, proclaiming that the gods are better. Of course, this week I want to give my full shoutouts to Herms for all these translations. And anyway, let's continue here. So he has this scythe, and what he does with it, he slashes it in the air, but Vegeta dodges it. But it creates this big rift, and out of this rift, there's this smoke, and out of this smoke, he can form like clones. It's a very strange ability. I don't know. This might be just ability. I don't know if this is ability of Zamasu or it's ability of Goku's body. I'm not quite sure on this. I don't think we've never seen it with Goku, so it must be just a technique of Zamasu's own doing. So anyway, Vegeta says well, what's that rift? And Black's like, I don't know, maybe it's another Uchu, or maybe it's another past. You know, he's referring to that sky rift thing, whatever. And while this is happening, Goku is proclaiming to Zamasu you know, your Fujimi, your immortality, you're way too confident in it, and you leave yourself wide open. I found this interesting because this is similar to what Frieza said to Goku, where it's like in the Resurrection F movie and the arc, where Frieza's like, you're so powerful, but you leave your guard open all the time, and that's pretty bad. Kind of the same thing applies here to Zamasu. Anyway, so Trunks checks on Mai and basically see, you know, how the fight's going, everything, because Mai can see with her goggles, it's not really a goggles, it's more like binoculars. Anyway, so but while she's looking at it, Zamasu's coming straight for them, so that's pretty bad. And so they're kind of panicking because the time machine's not quite fixed yet, but Trunks says, no, I'll hold him off. And while this is happening here, they kind of make a really cool strategy where what they're going to do is, you know, they're talking about the Mafuba, and of course the only one who knows it is Goku. But Bulma proclaims that she knows it, and the way she knows it is, and this is the comical scene of the episode, she says that she could do it because she had a recording of it, because Piccolo taught it to the rest of the Z fighters, and Bulma got it all recorded on like a smartphone. It's all recorded there, and it's a pretty comical scene where Trunks actually tries to do it, and it's really funny because it almost looks like he uses a like Ginyu's pose, trying to figure out how to do the Mafuba. That was pretty funny. I will say that. So anyway, Vegeta suggested Goku to use his Shunkan Ito instant transmission to go over to Trunks. But actually, this is interesting because of the time and that rift, that purple rift it's kind of messing with his ability to sense ki. That's very interesting. Anyway, so they eventually learn it, and Bulma actually tries to tempt Zamasu for a bit, just to get him to let his guard down. And Trunks goes over there and sees that Bulma's what seems to be in a KO state, in a coma or something. He powers up really angry, but I thought he was actually going to attack Zamasu, but this is not actually what happens. It's a really cool thing what happens here. Trunks actually does the Mafuba, and it actually works. He actually gets him to seal him in. But the problem is they forgot the talisman. It's still at Muten Roshi's place. I guess Goku must have forgot or something. That's really kind of funny, kind of stupid too. It reminds me a lot of the Cell arc, where they had multiple opportunities to defeat the main villain, but they were kind of either too stupid or everything went the wrong way, and they eventually end up not working. So Zamasu gets out of the pot, and Goku Black teleports over to Zamasu, and they make there's a little couple of interesting dialogue. Trunks says look Zamasu, this is the power of the Ningen or the mortals, and Black and Zamasu is, oh hell no, it ain't gonna end like this. And so this is what we've been all waiting for. Zamasu, he takes his Potara off of his one ear, transfers it to the other one, and this signifies the fusion, the Potara fusion, and they go and fuse. Okay, they fuse, and it's a pretty cool transformation. They do the same thing that Goku and Vegeta did in the Buu Saga, where they collide against one another and then they fuse that way. And it's pretty cool that the aura that reveals them is basically, it reveals the fusion Zamasu. How are they going to beat him? I don't know. Many of us speculate that they are going to fuse into Vegito or something along those lines because of Gowasu and the Supreme Kai of Universe 7. But it has not shown it yet in the preview for next episode. It just shows Trunks, Goku, and Vegeta, trying to fight him, but they obviously can't because he is too powerful now. So that's the episode conclusion, guys. I will say, not as hype as I thought it would be. I kind of did think they would fuse at the very end of the episode, just to give us kind of a teaser. That's what happened when the episode of Advent of the Immortal God Zamasu, where he showed up in the last portion of the episode. That's what happens here. And but overall good episode. I did like the twist that they came up with a strategy to seal away Zamasu, but of course they were too dumb, and they kind of forgot the talisman to seal it. I found it funny, and I found it kind of strange that Trunks would learn the Mafuba so quickly just by seeing a recording of it. Whatever, because it took Goku like the whole night, and future Trunks learned it just by looking at a freaking recording. Oh well, I guess what can you do, right? You gotta move the plot on somewhere. Anyway, the action in this episode was pretty good. I did like the fight with the clones. I don't necessarily know what that time rift thing does. Maybe it does bring other Goku Blacks from other timelines. Who knows? I don't know, but that's pretty interesting. And I should mention that Goku and Vegeta tried to take him out, but they can't, so they just use ki blasts, but those guys keep coming. And I also wonder what that scythe is, like, how strong is it, and, you know, how exactly did he do that? Like, is that some kind of, like, ki thing where he just drawed out more ki from Goku's body? I don't really know, because I don't believe they explained it in the episode. You know, Vegeta's kind of like wondering what the time rift is, and Black doesn't really explain it to the fullest. He's like, oh, maybe it's like a you know, another universe or something. So again, we'll just have to wait until next episode. And yeah, guys, overall good episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's all for this one, guys. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't, and I will see you guys down the road. Stay awesome, everybody, and have a good one.